One of the biggest challenges I see with ADHD women entrepreneurs is struggling to value themselves, really struggling to put themselves first, to take time to take care of their ADHD, their bodies, their minds, connect with their spirit, and be able to really do the work of their business. And I see this happening for three reasons. One, as women, we were raised with the caring mandate. We were raised to believe that we had to care for everyone else over and above ourselves, and that meant that everyone else's needs and wants come before our very needs. This is a societal expectation, and stepping outside of that can be scary because we're afraid we're going to be criticized, called a bitch, called selfish, any number of those things. And the problem is with ADHD, we already are outside the norm. We're already, well, norm, whatever that is, but we're already outside of societal expectations with how our brains are wired. And so then this extra layer of caring, if we say, no, I can't do that, it can make us feel even worse about ourselves because of the reaction we get from other people. Another way this happens is we mask through people pleasing. I don't know about you, but my little self inadvertently, subconsciously figured out that by people pleasing, by saying yes to people and doing what they wanted, when they wanted, and how they wanted, and letting them make the choices, I would get in trouble less. I would be less likely to be yelled at, and I would be more liked. More people would like me. Not to mention that when my ADHD popped up, I had grace from having been so helpful before that I was less likely to, like I said, get in trouble or be rejected or anything like that. So a lot of us learn to people please. Well, guess what people pleasing is? It's putting everyone else first. And this becomes problematic when you're a business owner because when you put yourself last, you put your business last. Both in the sense that your business is something you value. And if you're like, oh, yeah, that's my business, I'll work on it later, later never comes because your plate is so full with doing all these things for everyone else, meeting their needs, but also their wants, long before you even meet your needs or the needs of your business, which are probably your needs to some degree. The other way this shows up is that if you are not caring for your ADHD, if you're not caring for yourself, one, you're not going to be able to function very well in your business and do the things you need to do so that your business can do well. And you are going to feel ungrounded. You're going to feel off. You're going to be hard for people to plug into because there is an emptiness, a woundedness that is first and foremost presented. Whereas when you can value yourself, put yourself first, take care of your needs, take care of your ADHD, take care of your body and your emotions, all the stuff, then you will be able to serve more. And that's not why you take care of yourself so that you can serve. You take care of yourself because you're deserving of your own love and care, just like everyone else is. Another way that women end up devaluing themselves is through trauma. And whether that's trauma from our patriarchal society and the way women are generally devalued, or trauma where you experienced abuse, whether verbal or emotional, or shaming because of your ADHD, or things beyond that. When you are traumatized, when you've been traumatized, you learn to focus on what everyone else needs as a way to protect yourself. Because if you're very focused on how others are doing and you're tuned in to their experiences, then you can, parts of you think you can ascertain what's happening, can increase your sense of predictability, even though it's not there, and thus get the sense that you're able to protect yourself. And that makes a lot of sense for the time in your life when you're a child and you don't have the capacity to actually pull away from those people harming you. It's just that this doesn't work anymore. None of these things work anymore when you're a business owner, because in order to be a successful business owner, you have got to value yourself. You've got to value yourself enough to take care of yourself. You've got to value yourself enough to do the work of your business. But you have to value yourself enough to recognize that you have something beautiful and wonderful to offer. Something to think about and perhaps journal about and let yourself sit with so that you can start to think about how might you shift these limiting beliefs? How might you shift these perspectives that you should be last on the list because now is the time.